Please mark your attendance. Mark your attendance. So, in the last notes that I sent, there are several pictures, isn't it? You now need to draw or copy that picture in your notebook. Okay. If you have to want to copy or want to draw it, you can. You can try just. I don't say it is compulsory because Sridhar asked me that is there any need to draw that picture in the notebook or need to copy that picture. But no need to do that. You can write the headings and the main points. Okay. Write in your notebook in points, point by point. Sridhar,
Yes, miss. 1 minute.
turn on your video. Okay. So when you start writing your notebook, write the heading and the points. Okay, the main points are there. So write it in your notes. So please take page number 83. We can move to the next session. We read till Project Tiger. What do you mean by Project Tiger? That is a project or a program launched by the government. For what? In order to protect tigers in the country. Okay. And the main objective of this project is to ensure the survival and the maintenance of the tiger population. So in order to maintain the tiger population and to survive the tiger population, that is the main aim or objective of this project Tiger. Okay. Then tiger is one of the many species which are slowly disappearing from our forest. But the Satpura Tiger Reserve is unique in the sense that a significant increase in the population of tigers has been seen there. Once upon a time, animals like lion, elephants, wild buffaloes, and Barasingha were also found in Satpura National Park. Faith, good morning.
Good morning.
Okay, Faith, take page number 83. We are going to discuss the next topic. That is, we are discussing about National Park, the continuation. So, please read that first paragraph. Faith, can you read that first paragraph, page number 83?
Miss Wildlife Sanctuary?
Not Wildlife Sanctuary, page number 83, about National Park. In the last class, we studied about National Park, about Satpura National Park, and the importance of a national park, isn't it? Also, we studied about Project Tiger. Project Tiger, which means a program launched by the government to survive or protect the tiger. Okay, read the remaining portion.
Tiger is one of many species which are slowly disappearing from our forests. But the Satpura Tiger Tigers Reserve is
unique
in the sense
not unique. It is unique. Unique means what? This is single. Okay, unique.
Unique in the sense that significant increase in the populations of tigers has been seen here. Once upon a time, animals are like lions, elephants, wild buffaloes, and Barasingha were also found in the Satpura National Park. Animal host numbers are diminishing to a level that they then face. Extinctions are known as the
എന്താ പറയുന്നത് എന്റെ വീഡിയോ സ്റ്റക്ക് ആണോ ഇപ്പൊ കേൾക്കാൻ പറ്റുന്നില്ലേ? ഓക്കെ, അത് നെറ്റ്വർക്ക് പ്രോബ്ലം ആയിരുന്നു കേട്ടോ. ഓക്കെ, സോ ഫെയ്ത്ത് ഇനഫ്. അപ്പൊ ഇവിടെ എന്താ കാര്യമാണ് പറയുന്നത്? ടൈഗറിനെ പറ്റിയാണ് അല്ലേ? നമ്മൾ പ്രോജക്ട് ഇനഫ്. Okay, Project Tiger, we say that it is a program launched by the government. So in order to survive or save the tiger, which is one of the many species, we know that in our area there is no tigers are present, isn't it? In our wildlife sanctuary, tiger is there? No, but in case of Satpura National Tiger Reserve, there is a unique sense of a tiger. Significant increase in the population of tiger has been there. Once upon a time, animals like lion, elephant, wild buffalo, and also were found in Satpura National Park. And the animals whose numbers are diminishing to a level that they might face extinction are known as endangered animals. So, what do you mean by endangered animals? We said about endemic species, isn't it? Endemic species means a kind of species that include plants and animals which are found in exclusively in a particular area. So there will be a lot of such kind of species, isn't it? That is endemic species. Then what do you mean by endangered animal or endangered species? Which means there is an extinction or diminishing of these species. The animals whose numbers are diminishing to a level that they might face extinction. Okay. Some animals to a certain extent they were diminishing. As years ago, എന്ത് സംഭവിക്കും? വംശനാശം സംഭവിക്കാന്ന് കേട്ടിട്ടില്ലേ? ചില മങ്കീസ്, സിംഹവാലൻ കുരങ്ങുകളൊക്കെ വംശനാശം, ഡൈനോസേഴ്സ്, അതൊക്കെ എന്താണ് വംശനാശം സംഭവിച്ചുകൊണ്ടിരിക്കുന്ന അല്ലേ? Such kind of endemic species or endemic not endangered species will be there. Endangered animals. Bojo is remained of the dinosaurs which become exist a long time ago. We know that dinosaurs were exist a long time ago, but nowadays there will be no dinosaurs. So that is considered as endangered animal. Do you understand the difference between endemic species and endangered? In the page number 81, you studied about endemic species. Did you see that? Which means a lot of species were seen in a particular area. That is endemic species. But in case of endangered species, which means there is a decrease or diminishing in the number of species present in that area. Okay. You get the point? Yes. So shall we move to the next paragraph? Okay. Then Ijaz. Please read it. Survival of some animals.
Miss.
The last paragraph. Yes.
Bojo is reminded of the dinosaurs which become extinct a long time ago. Survival of some animals has become difficult because of disturbances in their natural habitat. Professor Ahmed tells them that in order to protect plants and animals, strict rules are imposed in all national parks. Human activities such as grazing, poaching, hunting, capturing of animals, or collecting of firewood, medicinal plants, etc. are not allowed.
Okay, enough. So we say that endangered animal, which means some of the species were diminishing after a long time, isn't it? For example, dinosaurs, they are present in long years ago, but in order to survive this animal or in order to save this animal, Ahmed, the professor, who suggests an idea that there will be strict rules to be provided, that we do not capture animal or do not hunt animal or do not kill animal like that. Okay, a strict rule will be provided in order to save animals because to avoid the difficulties in their survival. Or what? So such kind of strict rules will be provided in the national parks. Then also the other point is that human activities like hunting, grazing, plucking of medicinal plants or a collection of firewood, etc. to be stopped. Not allow this process. Okay, in order to save the animals and the trees. Do you get the point? Okay, so read the next paragraph. Shreya.
Madhavji tells Paheli
that small animals are much more in danger of becoming extinct than the bigger animals. At times, we kill snakes, frogs, lizards, bats, and owls ruthlessly,
Ruthlessly.
without realizing their importance in the ecosystem. By killing them, we are harming ourselves. They might be small in size, but their role in the ecosystem cannot be ignored. They form part of food chains and food webs, about which you learned in class 7.
Okay, so we know that the small animals or small insect we killed, isn't it? We may kill snake or small squirrels or lizards, bats or etc. But did we kill heavy big animals like a lion, tiger, buffaloes? No, we don't do that. But in case we kill the small animals, so their species, their presence will be get decreased day by day. So we don't do that. Madhavji tells to Paheli that the killing of small animals should also be prohibited because our ecosystem will be damaged or our ecosystem will be destroyed while we kill the small animals too. Okay, their species will be get into death. Then there might be small animals also have their own role in our life or our ecosystem. They are acting in a food chain. നമുക്കറിയാം നിങ്ങൾ പഠിച്ചിട്ടില്ല food chain പഠിച്ചിട്ടില്ലേ? അപ്പോൾ ഒന്ന് ഒന്നിനോടുമായിട്ട് കണക്ട് ചെയ്ത് ഇങ്ങനെ ഇരിക്കുകയാണ് അല്ലേ? So we need to maintain our ecosystem. We need all these animals. So it is our duty to protect the small and the big animals too. Okay. Then read the next paragraph. Dia. Dia. Sridev, can you please read the next paragraph?
Yes, miss. So,
Which
red data book.
no. Where are you looking? Where are you listening? Find out the next topic.
Ecosystem. So I get it.
Yes.
An ecosystem is made of all the plants, animals, and microorganisms in an area along with non-living components such as climate, soil, river, deltas, etc.
Okay. Where are you listening? If you don't listen to your textbook while your friends reading, I will get out of you from the class. Everybody. Okay. If somebody is read looking in other part like this. I told you to look in your textbook if your friends reading. Okay. So this is the last topic, that is an ecosystem which is made of all plants, animals, and microorganisms in an area, along with non-living components such as climate, soil, river, deltas, etc. So, what do you mean by an ecosystem? Ecosystem which comprising of including plant, animal, and all other microorganisms. Also, they are living. What are the conditions? Their living condition is also belonging to a ecosystem. Non-living components such as climate, soil, river, deltas, etc. അപ്പോൾ ഇതാണ് നമ്മൾ ഒരു എക്കോസിസ്റ്റം എന്ന് കൺസിഡർ ചെയ്യുന്നത്. മനസ്സിലായോ? ഇവിടെ ആനിമൽസ് ഉണ്ട്, പ്ലാന്റ്സ് ഉണ്ട്, മൈക്രോ ഓർഗാനിസം ഉണ്ട്. ഓൾസോ ദ ക്ലൈമാറ്റിക് ആൻഡ് അഡാപ്റ്റേഷൻ കണ്ടീഷൻസ് ആർ ഓൾസോ there. That is an ecosystem. Underline the sentence. Okay. Then read data book. Read it. Read that data book also.
Red data book. Professor Ahmad explained about red data book to the children. He tells them that red data book is the source book which keep a record of all the endangered animals and plants. Red data book is maintained internationally by an organization India also maintains red data book for plants and animals found in India.
Okay, what do you mean by red data book? What do you understand from that? Which means a red data book. It is a source of book which keeps a record of all the endangered animals and plants. What do you mean by endangered animals and plants? I told you. What is that? Endangered means എന്താ മലയാളത്തിൽ പറഞ്ഞോ? What do you mean by endangered?
Vamshanasham.
Yes, those which get diminished or decreased day by day, those species which get diminished. So these endangered species names and its details will be recorded in a book that is called the Red Data Book. Okay, underline the sentence. Red Data Book is the source book which keeps a record of all the endangered animals and plants. All of you underline. Do you underline? Yes. The Red Data Book is maintained internationally by an organization. India also maintains a Red Data Book for plants and animals found in India. So a Red Data Book which contains all the details of these endangered species. Okay. Then we move to next topic, that is migration. What do you mean by migration? Do you know about migration? What do you know?
Deshadanam.
Yeah, Deshadanam. So migration, you know that certain birds, animals, and also some other species will be migrated from one place to another depending upon their climatic condition, isn't it? You know that certain animals, some animals cannot live in a particular condition. You know, polar bear or penguins, they are normally live in a condition of a cold climate, isn't it, in Antarctica. But what about the tropical region? In tropical region, the animals who survive in a hot condition, like a lion, tiger, all other animals in our nearby area. So we know that depending upon the condition, some birds, mostly birds and some other animals and also some organisms, living organisms will migrate from one place to another. So the excursion party then enters deeper into the forest under the guidance of Madhavji. They sit near the Tawa reservoir to relax for some time. So at last, where they enter? With the Professor Madhavji, Paheli, Bojo, all their excursion teams were entered into Tawa reservoir. Okay. For what purpose? They want to relax for some time. So these people were entered into Tawa reservoir and Paheli observes some of the birds near the river. So Paheli sees some birds near the river. And Madhavji tells the children that these are the migratory birds. These birds have flown here from other parts of the world. Do you know some migratory birds in the Siberia? Siberian birds were migrate to our India in a season. Why? Because in Siberia, when the climate condition is very hot, they cannot survive there. So they come to our India during the winter season and then get back to the Siberia also. Such a group of birds or such a group of organisms are called the migratory birds, and the process is called what? Migration. So migratory birds fly to far away areas every year, okay, during a particular time because of the climatic change. So why migration occur or why the birds get migrated? Because of the climatic changes. Okay, underline that. Because of the climatic changes, every year a particular migratory birds fly to far away from their area. Okay. Sridev, Faith, Dia, why are you turn off your video? Please turn on your video. Faith and Sridev, are you there? Okay. So these are the function of a migratory bird. They migrate from one place to another depending on the climatic change. Okay. They fly for late. Yes. Get here.
I can't hear.
You can't hear.
Please.
Okay. Faith.
Yes, Miss.
Can you hear me?
Miss, I can't hear Miss. Stuck at a
Okay, it will be network issue. No problem. Okay. After a while, it will be okay. After a while, it will be okay. I think any network problem. See there? Okay. So this turn on your video. These migratory birds laying eggs as a weather in their natural habitat become very cold and inhospitable. Birds who cover long distance to reach another land are known as migratory birds. Underline what is migratory birds. Birds who cover long distances to reach another land are called migratory birds. Okay. So do you understand the topic? What is migration or migratory birds? The next one is recycling of paper. Do you know what is recycling? What's recycling? Which means what? Tell me. What's your idea about recycling? Recycling of plastic. Yes, tell me, Faith.
We studied in old lesson.
Yes, what is recycling?
Miss, ഒരു സാധനം ഉപയോഗിച്ച് കഴിഞ്ഞിട്ട് അത് കളഞ്ഞിട്ട് വീണ്ടും അത് റീസൈക്കിൾ ചെയ്തെടുക്കുന്നതാണ്.
Yeah, it is the process of reusing an object. Okay. So here we are saying about recycling of a paper, which means we can recycle again the used papers. Professor Ahmed draws attention of the children to another cause of deforestation. So we studied about several consequences of deforestation, isn't it? So here the Professor Ahmed make the children into another attention into another cause of deforestation. That is, he tells them that it takes 70 full-grown trees to make 1 ton of paper. We know that from where we make paper? Paper industries. What is the raw material for paper, for making paper? എന്താ അറിയാമോ പേപ്പർ എങ്ങനെയാണ് ഉണ്ടാക്കുന്നത്? എന്ത് മെറ്റീരിയൽ ഉപയോഗിച്ച് നമ്മൾ പേപ്പർ ഉണ്ടാക്കുന്നത്? Yes, tell me, anybody. You know, we use wood. Okay, wood. By using wood, we make paper. So here it tells that 70 full-grown trees. So from where we get wood? Wood are from trees, isn't it? By cutting trees. So these trees provide a 70 full-grown trees provide a ton of paper. So if we cut a 70 full-grown trees, we can make a ton of paper. Okay, this through a thin layer paper, which means a thin layer is from the trees. Okay. Then we therefore we should save paper. So what we want to do? We should save paper. If we destroy paper, we need more and more papers, isn't it? For our purpose. So if we save paper, then we save our resource. Do you understand? If we cut 70 full of trees, we can make a ton of paper. But cutting of trees led to what? Deforestation. Isn't it? So to avoid this deforestation, we want to save paper. Okay. That is, therefore, we should save paper. Professor Ahmed also tells that paper can be recycled 5 to 7 times per week. So it can be recycled again and again at least 5 times or 7 times. If each student saves at least 1 sheet of paper in a day, we can save many trees in a year. So we know that if we save one, you simply tore paper from your book. Isn't it? Did you do that? For any purpose, for playing, for rubbing, you simply torn some paper from your books or somewhere else. If we torn paper like this or throw away, what will do? We destroys our nature, because We need wood, we need trees for making paper, and cutting of trees led to deforestation. So in order to avoid these kind of process, or in order to save trees, we use less number of papers for our purpose, for our use. So if each student save at least one sheet of paper in a day, we can save many trees in a year. Okay. Then we should save, reuse, and use the paper and recycle it. By this, we not only save trees but also save energy and water needed for manufacturing paper. Moreover, the amount of harmful chemicals used in paper making will be also be reduced. So, by saving a paper, we can save energy, save water for making paper, also save trees, and also we can say, avoid the amount of harmful chemicals used for making this paper. Do you understand what is the purpose of recycling of paper? Okay, clear ayo? കാരണം പേപ്പർ നമുക്ക് കിട്ടുന്ന എവിടെ നിന്നാണ്? വുഡിൽ നിന്നുമാണ്, ട്രീസിൽ നിന്നുമാണ്. അപ്പൊ ഈ പേപ്പർ ഉണ്ടാക്കുന്നതിന് വേണ്ടി നമ്മൾ ട്രീസ് കട്ട് ചെയ്യും അല്ലേ? അപ്പൊ പേപ്പറിന്റെ ആവശ്യം മനസ്സിലാക്കി അതിനെ യൂസ് ചെയ്യുക, അതായത് റീയൂസ് ചെയ്യുകയാണെങ്കിൽ നമുക്ക് ഈ ട്രീസിന്റെ ആവശ്യം വരുന്നില്ല. അപ്പൊ എന്ത് സംഭവിക്കാം? നമുക്ക് അങ്ങനെ സേവ് ചെയ്യാൻ പറ്റും. അറ്റ്ലീസ്റ്റ് ഒരു ട്രീ എങ്കിലും ഒരു ഇയറിൽ നമുക്ക് സേവ് ചെയ്യാനായിട്ട് സാധിക്കും. സോ by reusing this paper, we can save our energy, we can save our water, and also avoiding some chemicals used for making this paper. Okay. Then last topic, that is reforestation. What do you mean by reforestation? Deforestation means cutting of trees. What do you mean by reforestation?
Planting of trees.
Yeah, planting of trees. It is just opposite of deforestation. Okay. In order to avoid deforestation, we must do what? Reforest it or remaking reforestation. Okay, read it. Dia, are you there?
range
Okay. Okay. Shreya, please read the first paragraph of reforestation.
Professor Ahmad suggests that the answer to deforestation is reforestation. Reforestation is restocking of the destroyed forests by planting new trees. The planted trees should generally be of the same species which were wood in that forest. We should plant at least as many trees as we cut. Reforestation can take place naturally also. If the destroyed area is
deforested area. If the deforested area.
Reforested area is left undisturbed, it re-establishes itself. In natural reforestation, there is no role of human beings. We have already caused tremendous damage to our forest. If we have to retain our green wealth for future generations, plantation of more trees is the only option.
Okay, so here reforestation, Professor Ahmad explains about the children reforestation. The only answer for the deforestation is reforestation, which means the only solution for the deforestation is reforestation. Okay, so reforestation is the restocking of the destroyed forest by planting new trees. That is the reforestation. Underline that sentence. Reforestation is restocking of the destroyed forest by planting new trees. So the planted trees should be of what kind? They should be of the same species that found in the forest. അല്ലേ? നമ്മളെ ഫോറസ്റ്റിനകത്ത് ഡീഫോറസ്റ്റേഷൻ സംഭവിച്ച സ്പീഷീസ് ഏതായിരുന്നോ അതേ പ്ലാന്റ്സ് തന്നെയായിരിക്കണം വീണ്ടും റീഫോറസ്റ്റ് ചെയ്യേണ്ടത്. We should plant at least as many trees as we cut. Reforestation can take place naturally also. So, if the reforestation takes place naturally, we human does not have any activity or any purpose, or human beings have no role in reforestation. How naturally reforestation occurs? Do you know how natural reforestation occurs? എങ്ങനെയായിരിക്കും? With the help of birds, with the help of wind. You know, some seeds were spread with the help of wind, isn't it? Some birds were put their food waste as into the soil. Then what will happen? The seeds will be sprouted again. Okay, so such kind of reforestation means the natural reforestation. So there is no role, when humans have no role there. Naturally, the plants are grown from this. Okay, so we know that we have already caused a tremendous damage to our forest. If we have to retain our green belt for future generations, so we need to retain a green climate or a green environment for our future to survive better. Okay, so plant new trees. Let's read the next paragraph. Just
Professor Ahmed told them that in India we have the Forest Conservation Act. This act is aimed at preservation and conservation of natural forest and meeting the basic needs of the people living in or near the forest. After some rest, Madhavji asked the children to start heading back because it is not advisable to stay in the jungle after sunset. On getting back, Professor Ahmed and the children thanked Madhavji for guiding them through this exciting experience.
okay, so what Professor Ahmed told, there is a act provided by the India government to save our forests. What is that? Forest Conservation Act. Okay, Forest Act. Underline that. Forest Act, and the main aim of that act is to at preservation and conservation of the natural forest. Okay, so the aim of Forest Conservation Act is that preservation and conservation of the natural forest and meeting the basic needs of the people living in near the forest. Okay, that is the main aim. So in this lesson, we are studied throughout a story, not a story, a travel story about Paheli and Bojo and some other children visiting their biosphere, like wildlife sanctuary, national park, like that. Okay, so I think you all get this lesson, conservation of plant and animal. What all topics we studied? Tell me a brief summary of this chapter. Ijaz, yes, tell me what we studied, what we learned.
Deforestation, then consequence of deforestation, desertifications,
Okay,
conservation of forest and wildlife,
okay,
then what is biosphere reserves, flora and fauna, endemic species, then species, what is species, wildlife sanctuary, national parks, Project Tiger, endangered animals, ecosystem, red data book, migration, recycling of paper, reforestation.
okay. So all these are the topics. These are simple, isn't it? The basic concept that we know. What? See there, you have a cute action. It's not simple. No, it's very tough. This is a basic concept, isn't it? You know about wildlife sanctuary, you know about what biosphere reserves, like that. The main peculiarity, you need to study what all these. What is a wildlife sanctuary? What is the need for a wildlife sanctuary? Or how deforestation occurs? What are the main consequences of deforestation? What do you mean by reforestation? Okay. What do you mean by migration? All these. Okay, so then there will be a test paper of this chapter. When our lesson is over, there will be a test paper. Are you ready? Yes. So I think it is better to conduct a test paper when you come to school. Is it good? Yes. So we can conduct a test paper of this lesson and the next lesson, combining two lessons. Sixth lesson till you have in the periodic examination, semester examination. So this seventh and eighth lesson, I will conduct this as a test paper when you come to school. Okay. So I will declare the dates and everything after you come into the school. Yeah, are you ready? So in the next class, we can discuss the exercises also. Before that, you should read what you have learned in this chapter, page number 86. Please take page number 86. There is a column given what you have learned. This is a summary of this lesson. Please read it. Read it. Please read it.
What you have learned. Wildlife Sanctuary, National Park, and Biosphere Reserve are names given to the area meant for conservation and preservation of forest and wild animals. Biodiversity
Refers.
refers to the variety of living organisms in a specific area. Plants and animals of a particular area are known as the flora and fauna of that area. Endemic species are found only in a particular area. Endangered species are those which are facing the danger of extinction. The data book contains a record of endangered species. Migration is the phenomenon of movement of a species from its own habit to some other habits for a particular time period every year for a specific purposes like breeding. We should save resources and recycle paper to save trees, energy, and water. Reforestation is the restocking of destroyed forests by planting new trees.
Okay, so in the next class, we can discuss the exercises. Our time is over. So